Hey, my name's Shadow Steel, and you're watching Trackside. All aboard?
Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a video on Railworks, but damn it, I'm going to keep going with this. So we just made our stop here, and actually released a handful of brakes, and whoops, I'm on the wrong side by the way. And as I release probably one or two of the brakes, I start moving. Should be clear. Yeah, we got a high ball. I'm actually going to do a video on like why that is important. Okay, so we got a high ball. Open up the... Oh wait, my cylinder cocks were already open. Okay. And, excuse me. So I'm going to release the handbrakes on the lead car. There we go. We're on the move. Now, the only reason I didn't actually use the whistle to, release the handbrakes was because, simply put, I need to keep an eye on some of the handbrakes, keep them from, I need to have some of the handbrakes on as we go downhill here. I did not actually sound the bell before leaving, but oh well. So, our next stop is... actually... okay, here it is, Buttes. We'll be stopping there. And I actually need to pull the train to the side here. Into the siding, actually. It's interesting. Normally the trains are supposed to go straight through, but that one's the first time I'll go going through the station. Alright, we're going about 13 miles an hour. I'm going to open up the throttle a little bit more. And I think we're good. We're good for now. I'm also going to probably lower the reverser just a tad. Going to go to the F5 HUD as usual. Make sure that everything's going smoothly. Okay, steam usage rate and steam generation rate are fine. For the time being, I can tell that the safety valve's about to pop, so that's good. Yeah, more steam pressure. We don't need to use a lot. What the hell is that? Is that a cart? Hello there, sir. What you doing? Yeah. I love that. There we go. Gotta get a screenshot at least once. I got a screenshot for this episode. There we go. I'm gonna go back to the HUD here real quick. I want to make sure what I'm speeding at. Ooh, hello. We got a rock cut coming up. Onto this view. I'll open up the throttle just a tad more. Oh, I hear the tricocks. The tricocks are still on. How the fuck do I keep those on? There we go. We don't need water in the boiler. Oh, the the injector was on too. Holy crap. Go. Alright, we're good. Steam usage rate, I'm going to lower the reverser just enough. Make sure we can keep our steam. There we go. Right about here is our good point. We're now kind of getting to the point where we need to start slowing down because I think track speed, if I'm not mistaken, is 30 miles an hour. So I'm going to apply handbrakes here. I'm slowing down a bit. Increase the reverser, or regulator really. Whoa! Maybe just turn it down then. Honestly, I don't know what the speed is for... I think it's 30 miles an hour, honestly, but I don't know. I'm going to open her up all the way, kind of push the Reverse for a little bit more. Steam usage is still going up. Boiler pressure's okay, so we'll be fine just to push her up a little bit. Probably doing some damage to her, honestly. Alright. Looks like we're not going to get any more power out of her in this segment, so I'm going to release the brakes a little bit. I'm going to turn down the reverser a little bit. See what happens. Flying throttle. A little bit more. There we go. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to find that balance between the reverser and the throttle and the handbrakes. That way we can have the locomotive traveling at speed here. So, right there's our next position. Go ahead and just turn this on now. There we go. Not doing too bad, honestly. Yeah, speed limit's 30 miles an hour. That's what I thought it was. Oh, we're passing by a ranch now. I know I'm not blasting the whistle all the time, but then again, you weren't supposed to do that. Applying throttle just a bit more there. If I haven't noticed already, I've got myself a haircut, so. Shave and a haircut. Man, I wish I could play that. Not too bad. Chances are we're gonna. I remember right. What's the timing we're expected? 8:08. Might be possible to make up that time if we keep going at speed here. Maybe a little over the speed limit, considering this is a standard scenario. I don't know. I might be able to do that. Just as long as the train doesn't jump the fucking tracks. That's gonna be an issue. There's another house over there. What is that? What is that? What is this? There's a random house in the middle of the field. Huh. Wow. It's kind of creepy, though, knowing that this could have actually happened in the 1800s. This scene that we're seeing right here, this is something that could have happened in 1870 or 1880. In fact, it still can happen today to some extent, and that's kind of eerie to me. Keep opening up the throttle every so often. Trying to get the locomotive up to speed here. I am going to also then turn up to 3. Okay, our speed and okay, everything's going okay for the time being. I do not really want to jump the tracks here, but it's not going to be too difficult if I do. I would actually replay the entire scenario over again if I had to. I've done this already once. So this is the second time I've actually replayed the scenario. This is the first time I've replayed the scenario, and the second time I've played it. So, you asked for it, and now it's back. The screenshot of the week has returned, and there's a lot more than just a few Railworks screenshots. This week, we have a total of 3 screenshots to show off. The first one is from BDub831. His screenshot from Open Rails shows off a Southern Pacific freight with both of the 2 lead locomotives in fictional liveries. BDub just so happens to be the inspiration behind one of my latest repaints, and to see these in action is quite an impressive sight. Next up is a screenshot from yours truly. Here we see a Union Pacific FEF3 Northern pulling a livestock train over the crest of Sherman Hill, which, if you think about it, is rather fitting since we're right in the middle of the Sherman Hill saga. Finally, we have a screenshot from Orange BNSF. This screenshot, taken from the train series, shows a Canadian National freight as it travels through the early morning fog. It just goes to show just how far the series has come since the first game in the series was released back in 2001. If you want to be featured in the next screenshot of the week, then head over to the North American Railways Discord channel. From there, you can enter the screenshot contest with your screenshots from almost any rail sim. Just check out the links in the description and head over to the North American Railways Discord page. Tell them Shadow Steel sent you. It is fun, gotta admit. I think if I can't, I think what I can do, I can actually make up time by going a little bit over the speed limit, because technically there's no set speed limit on this railroad. On American railroads as a whole, set speed limits were enforced, I believe, to some extent on railroads on the east, but for like areas like Sherman Hill during the 1800s, that wasn't too common. So for the most part, these kind of railroad routes didn't really have a set speed limit, and drivers had the freedom of the as track permitted to go as fast as they needed to get to point A to point B. So I also see a signal just up ahead of us. Where is that at? Oh dear. Oh right, there should be a, yeah, that's what I was expecting. There's a siding just up ahead, just to make sure we're going straight through. I keep forgetting that the markers that we go into, the markers like this, they're warning us of sightings that are coming up. So I do love the fact also that Smokebox didn't go all out with all the locomotives and stuff, because these locomotives don't auto renumber. As a result, they have set numbers on them, so you only get 3 locomotives with this DLC, which, granted, not bad to say the least, but gotta admit, it's really nice to know that these locomotives are these are like fixed numbered locomotives. Now his FEF3, his consolidation. Oh, hello. There's a passing siding in front of you. Be sure that the switches are set to go straight through. Will do. I already did, actually. I'm actually going to press tab to make sure I can go through the signal. There we go. But Smokebox, most of Smokebox's content so far, excluding the 1860s railroading locomotives like the Jupiter, the Buffalo, and the 119, all have auto renumbering. In fact, he's actually, if I remember correctly, he did work on the braking system for the turbine. Now, I don't know if that's correct, but I overheard something like that back when, you know, Train Simulator 2016 was coming out. And if I remember, if that's correct, that means that he has a bit of, like, he's worked on other things other than steam locomotives. But I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe he'll comment down below and tell me what I'm missing here. But I could have sworn I heard something about him working on other content that was not under his name, but was under Dovetail's ownership. As kind of those, like, little interesting little tidbits there. I'm going to check the boiler pressure here real quick. We are at 100 psi right now. So, oh, I see we're on level ground now. That's interesting. Alright, releasing handbrake on the left car there. Applying that, releasing that, applying that, releasing that, and then releasing that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep the 2 rear cars, got their handbrakes applied, and then just keep moving from there. I'm going to lower the regulator and reverser here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually release all those brakes here, for the most part. That way we can actually get some more speed. We will get some more boiler pressure going back into our system as we keep going downhill. And let's see. Oh, yep, we got a crossing up ahead. I should have sounded the 14L, but I guess not. No. Yeah, that's actually something that Smokebox has said about these locomotives. You can actually sound the 14L during a run, and it wouldn't affect like the braking or anything. But the way you have to do it is actually kind of tricky. It's actually kind of interesting, to say the least, in my opinion, of how these locomotives work. So it actually does give you some, like, oh, I should probably keep an eye on the boiler pressure or the water level. I am at 47%. I am in danger of blowing up the boiler here. I'm gonna lower the reverser here. Dewater there. Oh, no. Fucking handbrake. I need the handbrake on. There we go. Go back to the hood. There we go. Getting water back in the boiler there, boys. Jeez, I almost blew the fucking thing up. Woo! Yeah, we didn't make the schedule, but damn, if I'm gonna try and get her back. Now it doesn't look like we're really. Oh, that's why. God damn it! Get out of my face. Okay, I'm releasing that brake again. See if we can get the steam back. See if we can get our speed back up. I panicked there. Get some coffee in my belly. Alright. You hear conversations in the background, that's fine. Is that this crossing coming up at all? Where's the next waypoint? 4 miles! Fucking 4 miles ahead of us, damn. Another 4 miles. Oh, I see. Okay. So our destination's about 4 miles ahead of us. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, right. I just heard the safety valve. I was just kind of like curious. Like, are we in the safety valve range yet? Yes, we are. Oh, God. Huh. Oh, yeah, it's about right that time. Okay. So I fucked up real bad. Nah, whatever. It's just one video. Woo! That was actually a little weird. Ugh. I can't talk. But now, like I said before, Smokebox has really done a great job with these locomotives. They are very strong. They're very significant challenges to drive and whatnot. I'm going to keep an eye on the boiler water level. We are at 61%. We actually flooded that boiler pretty quickly there. I'm going to keep an eye on the water in the tender too, because we don't want to run out as we go through. Okay, water's okay for now. We have about 880 gallons in the tank right there, back there. That's not too bad, honestly. Okay, we're approaching our top speed. I'm gonna slow her down just a tad, but I know that, I mean, granted, track conditions not too rough right now. Oh boy, hold on. Need to get in the tender. Apply handbrakes. There we go. Alright, we're slowing down just a tad, but we'll keep her... Looks like we can keep her up at this rate. So, looks like 30 miles an hour should be okay, for the most part. I don't know. Try and make up as much time as possible, and we're shaking like a leaf. Woo! I'm probably not doing something any different than what would happen in real life, like during this era, because for a fact, many drivers, if they started falling behind, they would start pushing their locomotive to the absolute fucking limit and try and get their locomotive up to speed at a high enough rate where they would be able to make up time. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm essentially just trying to make up time by speeding on rough track condition. Keep that in mind, because you can see my locomotive bouncing around even outside the locomotive. You can see it bouncing around here pretty badly. But keep in mind, I need to make up time, and what I'm doing is something probably an actual engineer on the Union Pacific at this point in the era would have done. They would have probably pushed their locomotive to the absolute breaking point. And that's what I'm going to be trying to do here. I'm actually going to try and emulate that. Though, probably with varying results. Now, I'm going to check on the boiler water level here. I am 81% in the boiler. I'm going to keep that going, actually, now that I look at it. Wait, what? Oh, that's the fire mass I'm looking at. Like, what the hell? I thought I had a lot of water in the tank. 30 miles an hour. We're actually slowing down again. Oh, our gradient has changed. Okay. A common misconception is that the final spike of the Transcontinental Railroad was laid at Promontory Point, Utah. However, this was not actually the case. The final spike was actually laid just 25 miles north, over at Promontory Summit. In fact, it wouldn't be until 1904 when the Central Pacific's successor, the Southern Pacific Railroad, would relay their portion of the line. Only then would the Transcontinental Railroad actually travel over Promontory Point. The original line through Promontory Summit wouldn't be abandoned until 1942, when it was scrapped to help the war efforts. In April of 1957, a national park was created near Promontory Summit under non-federal ownership. Less than 10 years later, in 1965, the park would change from being privately owned to being owned by the United States federal government. As of 2005, the park has reported that their annual visits have reached over 40,000 people. How much further do we got? 2.15 miles. Okay, we're going good. Now we're still gonna be late on the last station with Laramie, per se. But what's to say? Well, like, I mean, I'm pushing her. I'm pushing her as hard as I can. And now the locomotive is essentially just. Oh, I see. I want to see if I can push. I'm gonna try and push her. Push it. Oh, god damn it. I'm probably gonna derail right at the end, like oh god, the station just slams on the brakes. I'm also gonna have to keep a close eye on that boiler. And okay, we're about to prime the fucking cylinders if I'm not careful here. I'm gonna turn that off. Turn that off. Close that. Close that, and we're good. So we're traveling at 30.2 miles an hour, increasing our speed just a tad. Actually, I just saw it. Our boiler pressure is not at its optimal level. You keep an eye on that boiler pressure level. I'm actually gonna release the handbrake there because we're slowing down so much. Granted, I should not be releasing that handbrake for safety's sake, but hell, it's the 1800s. What the hell are we gonna do here? But that might be an interesting way to end the video, actually, if I think about it now. If the locomotive were to derail just before Laramie, that would have been exponentially realistic, honestly. It's actually very interesting. So now that I think about it, death and the railroads often went hand in hand, and that's actually very interesting. Alright, looks like we'll need to release the last handbrake here. What? Ah, god damn it, I had the wrong thing hooked. I pressed the F4 HUD and I didn't realize what I was doing. Alright, I've released that brake, my handbrake there. Water's okay. We're doing okay there. Alright, we're coming up to the last station here. Or, well, the station before Laramie, so we'll do okay. Oh, God. Let's keep pushing. I think I have a title for this episode now. Trials and Tribulation. And she is speeding. We're about to reach our waypoint there. And once we reach that, our station is, what, less than a mile away there? That was a big jolt. You felt that? That's about a mile. Now speeding there. I can see that our speed there is going to be 10 miles an hour, but I'm going to keep an eye on her just a little bit. Okay, we got water in the boiler. We got plenty of water in the boiler. I'm going to release the... I'm going to slow her down just a tad. That's what I'm going to shut her down, actually. And what I'm going to do... Well, actually, I'm going to open her up a little bit more. Yeah, we have the station in sight now. Buttes. Alright. About the typical length of an episode, for the most part, at this point. I'm starting to cut these down as short as I can, so... I don't want people sitting through these videos too long now. I feel like there's a happy medium in terms of videos at this point. Whether or not it's a longer form content video or a shorter video or whatnot. I don't know. Woo! Next station is Red Buttes. Please check that the switches are aligned to going to the passing siding. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shut it. Oh, Jesus! You jump into the cab and the locomotive goes haywire. I'm going to apply the brakes on the rear car there and the front car. We might be in trouble here. We don't slow her down fast enough. Alright, applying all handbrakes here. We're just about to enter the siding and we just made it to 20 miles an hour. 17. I'm going to start releasing handbrakes here because we're at a good point where we can actually start releasing stuff. Oof! That would have been dangerous going at 30 freaking miles an hour over this. That's for sure. Sounding the bell as we enter the siding. Where are we exactly? Here we are. We're clear to enter. And I'm going to remove this. Okay, it looks like the locomotive, the entire consist is holding us back now, so I'm going to release those two handbrakes. So, I think, yeah, we're 12 minutes late for the most part. Train's running late. Not to worry though. We'll be fine. Long term of things. Open up the cylinder cocks as we approach the station here. Okay. It's not really a station as much as it's just a random platform in the middle of the desert, so... Well, not really a desert, it's more of a mountain. I also like the fact that the personnel that are just sitting on the platform at this point in the are wearing like 1920s clothing. So, like, dude, this is not the 1920s. You're not supposed to be wearing that kind of outfit. So, just ease her into the platform, keep her away from the edge there. So our tenders cleared the platform. Alright. Applying all brakes. And we're open for business. Now granted, we're a bit late here, but not much I can do about that. What the fuck? Okay. What the okay. Well, I mean, you live and you learn. Alright, well. Huh. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Pushing the boundaries. Now that's the title of this episode, guys. Pushing the boundaries, I guess you could say. Oh, God fucking Christ. Alright, guys. Well, let's keep going, shall we? If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. Also, why not check out some of my other videos? I'm sure there might be something there you like. Maybe.